Good afternoon, broadcasting live from the Denver Barbell Club with the Denver Barbell Classic. My name is Derek Stone. We are just getting ready for the second session today here at USA Powerlifting. We're going to get started with the squat. That's coming up here in just a bit. There's a look at the competitors in this division. We're having a little camera trouble, but we are still just a couple minutes away from the start of this competition. We are having a little trouble with our camera. We're going to fix that. But until then, I want you to take a look at the rules for the squats. We're going to show you a quick little video here that will explain all about the squat and the rules according to USA Powerlifting and powerlifting in general. Going to take a look at that right now.
Lifters have 60 seconds once the bar is loaded to get set up, get under the bar, and receive the command to begin the lift. During the squat, lifters need to start with their knees locked and listen for a squat command before beginning the squat. Any movement or wiggling around to get in position is totally acceptable until they receive that squat command. Once they receive the command, they need to descend until the top surface of their legs at the hip is lower than the top of the knees. After that, the rest is simple. Simply stand up with the weight to completion, making sure the knees are locked and you're motionless before receiving the rack command. There are a few common causes for a missed lift. One of the most common is that the lifter didn't squat deep enough. This is a red card. Or they started or finished the squat but their knees were still bent. This is a blue card. The other blue card is for beginning the ascent and double bouncing or descending a second time before completing the lift. Everything else is a yellow card, including losing balance and taking a step, racking the bar too early before receiving the rack command or beginning the squat too early, or intentionally using their elbows to leverage off their legs. Now you know the rules of the squat.
All right, and we are back, of course, broadcasting live here from the Denver Barbell Club. There's a look at the competitors in the second session here today. Had a great session earlier. A lot of folks with some personal records, also some folks with some meet total records for themselves. Just getting ready to start the second session here in just a bit. Hey, I want to thank all of our folks who have helped us out here today, volunteering, as far as folks that are spotting, also folks that are helping load the bar and unload the bar, things like that. Folks working at the concession stand and the t-shirt stand, taking tickets to get in. Everything. Folks have been doing a great job for us here today, and we do appreciate all of that. Just working on a little camera issue right now, but we're still just a couple minutes away from the start, so you haven't missed anything other than just looking at the setup. And it looks like we got it right now. Hang on just one second. All right. I do hope you it doesn't look like we have. Oh, there we go. We are all set here and we're broadcasting live, and we've got the full picture up now. Got our first competitors going to be starting here in just a bit. I was thinking all of our folks earlier who have helped us out. And if you would like to take a part in helping us out here or being part of our crew here, feel free to take a look at the bottom of the screen and go ahead and give us a jingle, I guess. Well, I guess you just kind of give us an email over at usapowerlifting.com. All the information there is, all sorts of stuff. If you'd like to compete here in USA Powerlifting, or if you'd like to help out, volunteer, or just find out when the next events will be and where you can go. Heck, I think there's even a link on there if you'd like to buy a t-shirt, which, by the way, that's one of the things that I negotiated in my very stern contract about representing USA Powerlifting, is that I get a t-shirt at every event, and some of them are the very, very best. We're getting the very last little bits of instructions right now. And it looks like we've got our order. I've got some information here from about some of the athletes as well. Our very first competitor right now is Will Degenhart. This is his first year lifting competitively, and his first official meet. He actually started powerlifting just last August. So yeah, just barely a year. His goal is to have fun, learn how to lift competitively, and maybe hit a personal record today. And he's off to, I think, a pretty good start. That's some good depth right there as he hits his first opener today at 130 kilos. Our next competitor is Yushua Trejo. I hope I've said that correct. And if I haven't, and somebody is out there listening, or somebody is here listening to me while they're watching the event, certainly if I'm mispronouncing, please let me know. He's competing in the men's raw teen division, 16 and 17-year-olds. He will be attempting 145 kilos for his first attempt. All right, his bar is loaded on his back. He's got that start command. Down and up. Might have been a little high on one side. Not going to get it anyway, but all right. So again, I will remind everybody that if in any phase of this competition, if you miss a lift, you cannot go down a weight to try to get that weight. You must start with the weight that you missed or go higher, but you cannot go lower. All right, Dylan Rivera Torres is up next. Also competing in the men's raw teen division, 16 and 17 years old. Starting out with a lot of weight, folks. Just a reminder, these are teenagers, and he's starting off with 150 kilos for his first attempt. Bars on his back loaded. And he's down. Good depth right there and up. You know, I say this all the time during our broadcasts here. It's interesting to watch the difference between the masters lifters and the teenage lifters, and the fact that you see so much more slow and controlled lifting from masters division competitors as opposed to just the incredible speed of some of our younger competitors. It's an interesting contrast. I'm not going to say that one is better than the other. It just seems to be different. All right. First attempt now for Blade Surowick. Blade's first attempt. He is competing in the men's teen raw division in the 18 and 19-year-old category. 157.5 kilos on the bar. Makes his way out, waits for that start command. Squat command has been given. He's down and he's deep. And yeah, nice job. Yeah, definitely one of the things that you don't see often in our younger competitors is the lack of depth. The flexibility is definitely there. Speed is there, even if their strength has not quite caught up yet. Or it seems to be the complete opposite for some of our older competitors. That's the point I was trying to make. Chadwick Phipps, I should say, sorry about that. First attempt at 167.5 kilos, competing in the men's raw open division. And he's down and up. Might have been a little high right there. Maybe he's conserving his strength for a bigger lift, but I think that's going to go. Yeah, one judge thought maybe a little bit high, but still a good lift. Caleb Watts is our next athlete, competing in the men's raw teen division, 18 and 19-year-olds. His opener today will be at 175 kilos. Keep in mind, Caleb, when he weighed in today, weighed in at 75 kilos. So starting the day off over 100 kilos higher than his body weight. Impressive stuff. Sometimes it gets lost in the sauce here. Squat command given. Good depth right there and up. Nice job. Good lift. 3 white lights for Caleb. Taylor DiTalo, our next competitor, and he is competing in the men's raw open category. Starting his day off with a lift attempt of 185 kilos. Down, good depth right there. And a nice lift for Taylor. Our next competitor is Alex Loon. He's also competing in the men's raw junior competition. 20 to 23-year-olds. The weight or the age divisions there. He'll be attempting 197.5 kilos for his first attempt. Bar is loaded for Alex. Quick reminder, once you hear that command that says bar is loaded, they have 1 minute to get to the platform and complete their lift. Usually it is not an issue unless there's an equipment issue or something like that. Squat command given and up, little higher than what we've seen, but I still think that's going to be low enough to count. We'll see. Oh, 2 judges saw what I saw. Just a little bit high, so he'll have to get lower on the next one. Odassis Avila is our next competitor. He's been lifting for 8 years and competed at the Rocky Mountain State Games and in powerlifting twice. His current best lifts are in the squat, a 515-pound squat. He is at 205 kilos right here, so he's in the neighborhood to possibly get a PR by his third attempt. He trains at VASA in Aurora, Colorado. He's a gamer in his free time. Drops down. That's a good deep squat right there. Very, no question about the depth on that one. 3 white lights. Great lift right there for Odassis. Maddox Stewart is our next competitor. Maddox also competing in the men's raw teen division, 18 and 19-year-olds. He is going to be attempting 212.5 kilos for his opener. He started powerlifting back in November of 2025, so not even a year yet. Looking for a state record today if he can get it. Down, nice depth right there, good bar speed, up, and a very successful lift right there. Good way to start off the day for Maddox Stewart. And we are back at the top of the order with the second attempts for this flight. William Degenhart is up next. William's first attempt was successful at 130 kilos. Now will be attempting 142.5 kilos. As of April of this year, he says his best lifts in the squat were 315 pounds. He is knocking on the door or possibly over the door right there in his second attempt here at 142 kilos. He's a cadet at the U.S. Air Force Academy and on the lifting team for the U.S. Air Force Academy. All right, solid lift right there for William. Can see what the judges have to say about that. Thought it was just a bit high, and I could see that. Yeah, maybe just a little bit high. He just put that command. There's 2 commands, squat and relax. So he got a little excited and just all right, hearing from the judges there is that he did get a little excited, jumped the gun just a bit, and came up before the command was given. Came down for just kidding. Yeshua Trejo is up next. He did fail on his first attempt at 145 kilos, so he will be attempting that weight again for his second attempt. Down, good depth there, struggling with this weight, but it looks like he's going to get it this time. And he had to fight for that one, but I think that's going to get him 3 white lights. We'll see what the judges have to say there. Judges also did not give it, still thought he was a little high on the one side. All right, so he struggling a little bit early. He will then attempt that or heavier in the next lift attempt. Dylan Rivera Torres is up next. Second attempt, competing in the men's raw teen division, 16 and 17-year-olds. He was successful in his first attempt at 150 kilos. He will now attempt 165 kilos. And he's down, good depth right there, and he makes his way up. Pretty good squat right there, good form and everything. Nice lift. All right, it's up now. Next, our next competitor is Blade. Blade competing in that men's raw teen division, 18 and 19-year-olds. His first attempt was successful. His opener was 157.5 kilos. Attempting 170 kilos right here. Squat command has been given. And he's down. Good depth right there. And up. Nice job. Solid lift there for Blade. Starting off the day very well so far. Chadwick Phipps is our next competitor, competing in the men's raw open. Very competitive men's raw open division here today. His opener was 167.5. Going to bump that up to 177.5 for his second attempt. His first attempt had good bar speed, good depth. Looking for more of the same of that right here. Down, up. Might have been a little higher than the last attempt, but I still think that's going to work. And yeah, judges agree. Caleb Watts is our next athlete with his second attempt. Also competing in the men's raw teen division, 18 and 19-year-olds. First attempt was successful at 175. Now moving it up to 187.5. Down, good depth, good speed up, fights through it. Nice job. Good solid squat right there for Caleb Watts. 3 white lights for him. Starting off the day very well. Taylor DiTallo, next athlete up. He's competing in that men's raw open division as well. First attempt was successful with 185 kilos. Now be attempting 192.5. Weighed in today at 75 kilos, so over double his body weight here. Just to keep things in perspective. And he's down and up. A little higher than last attempt, but I think that's going to be good for 3 white lights, and it is. Alex Long is our next competitor. Competing in the men's raw junior division. 20 to 23-year-olds in that division. Failed at 97.5 on his first attempt. Now going to just forego that and hit 205, hopefully. Bars on his back, loaded. Squat command given. Down. Good depth right there. Good squat. I think he was a little lower than his last attempt there. We'll see what the judges have to say. And he's good. He's all set. You know, there's always those different philosophies in if you miss a lift, depending on how you missed it, if you just continue to progress with your plan of attack, or if you need to try to hit that weight before you move on. Neither is correct, just you see both of those things often. Odassis Avila up now. His attempt at 215 kilos. He says that powerlifting is the first sport that he's really found a calling for. He said he could teach people about mortgage loans, car enthusiasts, of course, and of course powerlifting and video games. Some of his hobbies there. Squat command given. That's a good squat again. Again, no question of depth, just like his last attempt. Very, very deep squat. One of the judges thought maybe it was just a little higher on one side, but that's going to count for him as another good lift. Maddox Stewart is in now for his second attempt. His successful open at 212.5 kilos was great. Going to bump it up quite a bit here, as a matter of fact, to 230 kilos. His best squat is 407 pounds. So getting this will get him a PR for sure. That's good. Nice depth right there. He's going to grind that one out. Nice job. Excellent lift right there from Maddox Stewart. Little high. Looked good to me. Just waiting on the official score, and of course they're not going to give it to him there. And we are back at the top of the order now for Joshua Trejo. He's had a rough start to his afternoon. Attempted 145 kilos twice and failed on both attempts. Going to be attempting that now for his third and final squat attempt. Bars loaded. Squat coming down. A little high. Nope, not going to get it. So a rough start in the afternoon for Joshua. No points on the board yet for him. We are at our third and final attempt for William Degenhardt. Bar is loaded for him. He is a cadet with the U.S. Air Force Academy. Also, he's on the lifting team there. Some of the things that he wants people to know is that he can drive a stick shift, and he is an Eagle Scout. He played rugby and was a rifle marksman in high school. Going to be attempting 147.5 kilos here. Down. Depth was maybe a tad higher than his first successful attempt, but it looks like he got it here. Nice job. Good lift. Dylan Rivera Torres, our next competitor, with his third and final squat of the day. He was successful at 150 and 165. His third attempt today will be at 175 kilos. This men's raw team division, 16 and 17-year-olds, very competitive here today. Lots of guys that are kind of right next to each other as far as PRs and meet totals and things. Squat command given. Good depth right there. He's going to fight through this one. He's got it. Good lift. Let's see what the judges have to say. Looked good from our vantage point. Good lift. Dylan Rivera Torres. Blade Surowike is up next. He's had a good squat session so far today. He was successful at 150 kilos, then successful with a big jump at 170. Now moving it up to 182.5 kilos for his final squat of the day. And he's down. Good depth, not quite there today. Just about had it, almost able to turn the corner, but not quite. That's a weight that he will get probably in the next couple weeks, I'm sure. All right. This is the third attempt for Chadwick. And he is competing in the men's raw open category. Successful at 167, successful at 177. Now attempting 185 kilos. Down and up. Good lift. Might have been a little high, a little higher than his last attempts. We'll see what the judges have to say. Yeah, just a bit high. Caleb Watts, our next athlete up. Another raw teen in the 18 and 19-year-old division. Successful lifts at 175 and 187.5. Will be attempting 195 kilos right here.
Here we go. Is this getting live? Is this getting live?
Missed attempt right there for Caleb. Taylor DeTalo's final attempt today will be at 200 kilos. He was successful at 185, also successful at 192.5. Squat command given. Good depth right there for Taylor. Fighting through it. See what the judges have to say. That looked pretty solid to me right here. The judges agree. 3 white lights. Final attempt for Alex. And you hear the judges over the loudspeaker. No more changes to your attempts. So that means we are getting close to the end of this flight and their third attempts. Alex did not get his opener at 197.5, but was successful at 205. Going to be ending his squat day with an attempt at 212.5 kilos. He's up. Bars on his shoulders and racked. Gets his feet set. Waiting for that squat command. He's got it. Down and up. A little higher than the last one. We'll see what the judges have to say about that. Looked a little high to me from this vantage point. Oh, and they're going to give it to him. 2 judges disagreed. Definitely higher than his last attempt. Odysseus Avila, final attempt in the squat today. He will be attempting 225 kilos. And the bar is loaded. Competing in the men's raw open, was successful at 205 and 215. His third attempt again will be at 225. He's down. Good depth, just like the other two lifts, and he's got this one. Looked pretty good, pretty solid. No question about depth, just like his other two lifts. Nice job. We move on now to Maddox Stewart. Another raw teen competitor in the 18 and 19 division. Successful opener at 212. Did fail on his last attempt at 230, and he will be attempting that weight again now. 230 kilos on the bar for Maddox. Squat command given. And he's down. Good depth right there. He's going to grind this one out. I think nope, not quite. He was just about ready to turn the corner on that one. Just couldn't quite get it at 230 kilos. All right, and we are back to the top of the order for our next flight. That's going to do it for the folks in the first flight. Let's take a look at some of the competitors here in Flight E. A little bit of a shorter flight than the other two as we get the bar loaded for the first attempt. Folks, don't forget to, if you need any information about what's going on in the world of USA Powerlifting, you can certainly follow along there on the bottom of the screen and visit us at usapowerlifting.com. All right, we are up now with our first competitor into the second flight of this session, Marcus Gator. He will be attempting 150 kilos, competing in the men's raw open. Good attempt right there for Marcus. Joe Robbins is our next competitor. Joe would like to prove that people with autoimmune diseases like him can still lift heavy and crush PRs. So he's a strength and powerlifting coach at One Boulder Fitness in Boulder. Give a shout out to all of the One Boulder Fitness lifters and staff who are watching, and his family watching from the UK. All right, he's going to attempt 180 kilos for his first attempt. Good opener here for Joe. Squat command given. He's down. Good depth there. No problem at all. Just a textbook squat right there. Very good. Solid lift to start off the competition for Joe Robbins. Scott Curry is our next competitor. Scott competing in the men's raw open. He will be attempting 185 kilos for his first attempt. Says he's lifted weights on and off for 15 years and recently got more committed to powerlifting training. His best squat is 195 kilos. He's starting off right now at 185. Looks like a PR is in his future, depending on his first attempt and how it goes. He lifts at home in his garage gym in Fort Collins. That's a good attempt, good depth right there. Solid lift. Ethan Corley is our next athlete. Ethan competing in that men's raw open as well. His first attempt will be at 185 kilos. Bars loaded. Bars on his back. Getting his feet set. Waiting for that down command. He's got it. Good depth right there. Nice job all the way up. Good solid squat. Good bar speed. Slow and controlled. Great depth. See what the judges say. 3 white lights for Ethan. Great job. Ryan Volkart, his first attempt in the men's Raw Open. He will be attempting 190 kilos. All the way down. Great depth right there for Ryan. Down and up. Pretty elemental lift right there. Solid lift for him. Next athlete to compete here will be Jason Yee, competing in the men's Raw Open. He'll open the competition here tonight with 192.5 kilos. All right, he's under the bar. Squat command has been given. He's down and up, little high, but still think that might work. We'll see what the judges have to say. And he got it. He did get it. Jason's got a cheering section right to my left here. They've got signs and pictures of his face. It's great. Always great to see what the friends and family will do to support their folks. Christian Templo, our next competitor in the men's Raw Open division. He will be attempting 192.5 kilos. Good squat, good depth, good bar speed. Moves very well. Might have been a little high on one side. Looks like one of the judges caught that. But successful lift for Christian Templo. All right, D'Artagnan Vukata. He's been lifting for about 12 years now. He said he just wanted to try a meet to see how it was. He says it looked like fun. His top squat is 440 pounds, so he's in going to be close to that neighborhood right here. He's attending medical school at Rocky Vista University. Wants to thank his wife, Emily, for the support. First attempt here for D'Artagnan. Squat. Good depth right there. Good, solid, heavy squat right there for D'Artagnan. Great move. He trains at the local gym in Parker, Colorado. He's going to be an eye doctor one day. Good luck to him. Joshua Hunt, our next competitor in the men's Raw Open division. His opener today will be at 205 kilos. He's down. Good depth, very good depth. Good solid bar speed, everything. Textbook squat right there. He's got a lot in the tank. Going to see some big lifts from him, I think, today. That looks good. Moving on now to the first attempt for Stuart Schaller, competing in that men's Raw Open division. 207.5 kilos for his first attempt. Bars on his back, waiting for the start command. He's got it. Down, another good depth squat right there. Seeing a lot of great depth so far today. Great lift right there to start the day off. Mike Gray is our next competitor. Michael. This is his third competition, but he's been training for powerlifting for the last 4 years. Said he hasn't been on the platform for about 2.5, a little over 2 years, I think, or almost 2 years, I should say. He doesn't have any number goals. He just wants to stay competitive within the meet. His best squat is 485 pounds. He is an 8th grade math teacher. Wants to thank his family and his coach, Mario, everyone at the Gym Colorado in Central Park for supporting him and pushing him. Squat command given. He's down and he's up. There's 210 kilos on his back. Successful lift. One judge thought maybe a little too high, but all in all, good lift right there. Chris Rothenberry, the next competitor here. He will also be attempting 215 kilos in the men's raw open. Another competitor in the men's raw open. Squat command's been given. Good depth right there for Chris. He's down and up. Well, judges thought might have been a little bit high. So no lift there for him. Nathan De La Cruz is up next. His first attempt, he will be attempting 220 kilos. Hear the fans rooting Nate on. Opener at 220 kilos. Squat command has been given. He's down. Good depth right there. Good bar speed. Yeah, he's got a lot left in the tank. I think we're going to see some big lifts from Nate today. Good lift, 220 kilos. One of the judges thought might have been a little high. And we are back at the top of the order with Marcus Gator. Marcus was successful in his first attempt. His opener was 150 kilos. He got that. Going to be attempting 165. I said that his hobbies now all seem to revolve around fitness. He's been lifting on and off since he was 21 years old. Consistently training over the last 4 years for powerlifting. Good depth right there. He's going to get it. Nice job. Good lift right there for Marcus. We're going to see if they are going to count that. He kind of dipped a little bit, but I think it's not going to cost him, and it didn't. Nice lift for Marcus. Scott Curry's second attempt will be at 195 kilos. That is a big jump from his first attempt. His opener was, I'm sorry, I thought it was 165. It's 185, so a 10-pound or a 10-kilo jump. Not too bad. Wants to thank his wife, Molly, and his baby, Sage, for supporting him. He played baseball and football in high school, which is where he first got introduced to lifting, like a lot of folks do. His best squat is 195 kilos. So this would tie his PR right here. Little higher than his last attempt. We'll see what the judges have to say about that. I think it was a good lift. They're going to give it to him. Yeah, nice job. Joe Robbins' next attempt, second attempt, also be attempting 195 kilos. He is moving up a weight class now that he is not as sick. He's put on a little more muscle. He was seeing how this is going to affect him. So we'll see how it goes right here. Let's shoot. Had some autoimmune issues. He does have autoimmune disease. Proven that he can still get the job done. And he did on his first attempt, and it looks like he did it on this one as well. 195 kilos, solid lift. He used to brew beer for years before he moved here to Colorado. All right, D'Artagnan is our next lifter. D'Artagnan had a successful open at 195, moving up pretty conservatively to 197.5. I never second guess people. They know their own bodies. They know what they can hit most of the time. His top squat is 440. Trains at the local gym there in Parker. He really enjoys painting. He's going to be an eye doctor one day. And good lift right there for D'Artagnan. One of the judges thought might have been a tad high on one side, but still going to count. Ethan Corley's second attempt will be at 200 kilos. Successful at 185. Decent sized jump here, 15 kilos. But as I recall, his attempt at 185 was pretty solid. Again, it's interesting to see the different approaches and see how much people, maybe they start off too conservative and then really jump up high, or they're kind of right in the ballpark for all three lifts. I don't think either one is better. All right, 200 kilos. Waiting for that down command. He's got it. He's down. Good depth again, just like last time. Again, another solid lift for Ethan. Nice job. 3 white lights. No question about that one. Jason Yee's second attempt here. And as I look to my left, I see all of Jason's fan club with their signs and his picture on sticks and things. It's awfully fun. He was successful in his opener at 192.5. Now going to be attempting 202.5. His feet and hands set. Bar is on his back. He's all set, waiting for that squat command. There it is. He's down, all the way up. Nice job. Good lift. For Jason Yee. Well, 2 of the judges going to say that it was a little high. Christian Tempelo. Christian Tempelo's attempt will be at 205 kilos. Solid opener at 192.5. And bars loaded for Christian. Squats down. A little higher than the last attempt, but I still think that's a good lift. 205 kilos. Let's see what the judges have to say. One judge thought a little high, but still good lift for Christian. Ryan Volkert, second attempt, 205 kilos as well. Bars loaded for him. Good squat right there for Ryan. Grinds it out. Good lift. 205 kilos. One judge thought maybe a little higher than it needed to be, but still good. Michael Gray, second attempt here, will be at 220 kilos. Successful opener at 210. I said if you give any advice to anybody competing just to enjoy the atmosphere, the powerlifting community is amazing. So ask questions if you don't know the answer. Always stay focused on your next attempt. That's great advice right there for Michael. All right. Squat commands given. He's down. Good depth there. Might have been a tad higher than the last one, but still good bar speed. Looked like a good lift from our vantage point here. The judge is going to say a little higher than it's supposed to be. Stuart Schaller had a successful first attempt at 207.5 kilos. Going to attempt a decent jump at 220 kilos here. Squat command's been given. Oh, another good squat. A tad higher than his last attempt, but this one looked real good. Judges agree. He's all set. Joshua Hunt's second attempt will be an attempt at 222.5 kilos. Decent jump from his opener, which he was successful with at 205 kilos. Bars loaded. He's under the bar. Getting set. Squat command has been given. He's down. Good deep squat right there, and he's up. Racks the bar. Solid lift for Joshua Hunt. Chris Rothenberry's second attempt. He did miss at 215 for his opener. He's going to forego that and bump it all the way up to 225. Another competitor in that competitive men's Raw Open weighed in today at 125 kilos. So 100 kilos higher than his body weight here, just for some perspective.
And we'll make a reservation for 14 or maybe
Good depth. He's going to grind through this one. That's a lot of weight, folks. Good lift for Chris. One of the judges thought maybe not low enough, but good solid lift. Nathan De La Cruz is our next competitor. He was successful at 220 kilos. His best squat was 227. He's going to be attempting 230 kilos right here. This would be a PR for him if he is successful. Wants to thank the Denver Barbell Club. This is his home gym, and he wants to thank Coach Connor Weath. Before powerlifting, he was also an Olympic lifter. Waiting for him to get settled. This takes a lot out of you. Didn't look like it took that much out of him, though. That's a good lift right there for Nathan. And that is a PR for him, so congratulations. That means he will be signing our wall here later on today. He's still got one more attempt, so maybe he can add to it. It looks like he probably will. That was a really solid lift for him. Back up to the top of the order, Marcus Gator's third and final squat attempt. He was successful at 150, successful at 165. Now we'll be attempting 170 kilos. He's doing some self-coaching with a fitness tracker to help him to get ready for this competition. Seems to be working. Another solid squat attempt for Marcus. Yeah, 3 white lights for him. Said he's in this competition to learn. Looks like he's learning a lot about the squat. 3 great attempts for him. Scott Curry's next attempt will be at 202.5 kilos. Successful at 185, also successful at 195.
For this flight, Scott, D'Artagnan, Jason, and Joe. Bar is loaded for Scott.
Third and final squat attempt for Scott Curry. 202.5 kilos here. Good squat all the way down. He's going to fight through it. Not quite there. Just about ready to turn the corner, but couldn't quite get it. D'Artagnan Vukota. Sorry. Future eye doctor. Going to be attempting 202.5 kilos. He really enjoys painting. He played D2 college football, but he says he doesn't know if he was all that successful at it. You made the team, you played. Good lift right there for D'Artagnan. I thought it was good, but judges are not going to give it to him. All right, Jason Yee's third attempt. Successful opener at 192.5. Was unsuccessful in his last attempt at 202.5. Going to be attempting 205 kilos here. Good depth right there for Jason. He's going to fight through this one. Not quite there, just about had it. Not quite. So Joe Robbins is our next competitor with his final attempt in the squat today. He'll be attempting 207.5 kilos. Successful in his first two attempts at 180 and 195. He was a previous music teacher, also played in a touring band in the UK before he came to America. His hobbies are ripping guitar riffs and lifting. Squat command has been given. He's good deep squat again. And another solid attempt right there for Joe. Nice job. Good lift. Starting off the day real strong. Ethan Corley competing in the men's Raw Open division. Had a successful open at 185 kilos, then successful at 200 kilos. His final attempt in the squat today will be at 210 kilos. Bars loaded for him. Quick shout out to all of our volunteers here. If you'd like to help us out in any of our next events, you can find out information by going to our website at USAPowerlifting.com. Under the bar now, making his way out. Waiting for the squat command. He's got it right now. And he's down. Good depth again, just like last time. Another good squat from Ethan. Weight was heavy. Still got it. 2 white lights for him. That's going to work as a successful lift. Ryan Volkert's final attempt will be attempting 210 kilos. Was successful at 190, successful at 205. Now he's attempting 210 kilos. Command has been given. He's down, good depth again. Not quite going to get this one. Saw him started lean forward a little bit, then back a little bit, and not quite there. Just about had it, though. One of those lifts, give him a chance to do it tomorrow, he'd probably get it, right? That's kind of the way things go sometimes. Christian Templo's third attempt, 212 kilos. Had a successful opener at 192.5. Also successful at 205. This men's Raw Open division, very competitive. Down, good lift, not quite there. Might have been a little higher than his other attempts, but could not quite get the bar to a lockdown position. We'll have a 10-minute break before starting bench press. All right, as you hear the announcement there, we've had a little bit of an adjustment. So just the 2 flights in this second session here today. Had a couple of no-shows. And that's all right. It's going to combine these. Michael Gray, successful with his opener at 210, was unsuccessful at his last attempt at 220. He's going to be trying that weight again. Squat command has been given. He's down. Another good lift. Looked good from our vantage point here. We'll see what the judges have to say. They're not going to give it to him. Same thing as the last attempt. Not quite there. Chris Rothenberry's final attempt of the day, and as we make our way to the final squats of the competition for the day. Unsuccessful at 215, came back at 225 and got that, going up to 227.5. Good depth right there for Chris. Could not quite get out of the hole there. So he will end his squat day with a successful squat at 225 kilos. Stuart Schaller, his final squat attempt of the day. He was successful with his opener at 207.5 kilos, also successful at 220 kilos. His attempt now will be at 230 kilos. Command has been given good depth right there, just like his other lifts. And he's up. We'll see what the judges have to say about this one. 3 white lights. Great way to end the day, and in the squats, I should say, for Stuart.
All right, we're going to go to final 2 squats of the day with
Josh Hunt. One of our final 2 squats of the day here. Successful at 205 kilos. Also successful at 222.5 kilos. Now bumping it all the way up to 235 kilos for his final attempt of the day. A little bit higher than his other lifts, but I think that's still going to count. Looked pretty good. Judges are going to give it to him for sure. Good lift. Nathan De La Cruz's final attempt upcoming. Had a successful open at 220 kilos. Also successful at 230. Will now be attempting 240 kilos for the last squat of his day. Bars loaded. Just thanking the spotters. Always a good idea, especially when you're lifting this kind of weight. Be nice to the people that are probably going to save your life or possibly could, right? Squat command given. He's down. Good depth. He'll make his way up. And a successful attempt at 240 kilos. And that's going to do it for our squat session here in the second session. We're going to take a quick break here and then begin with our first flight in the bench press. So stay tuned. We're going to take, like I said, about a 10-minute break. And we will start here in just a bit. I'm Derek Stone, and we are broadcasting live from the Denver Barbell Club for the Denver Barbell Club Classic. Stick around. We'll be back in just about 10 minutes or so from right now. All right, folks, and we are back at the Denver Barbell Club for the USA Powerlifting Denver Barbell Club Classic. We just finished with the 2 flights of squats, and then we move on to the bench press for some more details on the bench press and what to look for and what will constitute a good lift and the kind of lift that might not be good. We're going to go and take you to a little video feature right now.
Lifters have 60 seconds once the bar is loaded to approach the bench, set up, unrack the bar, and wait for the start command. They can take a lift off from the spotting crew, or not, and they can also use bench blocks of various heights that raise their feet if their feet can't touch the ground. Each of 3 referees can give a white or a red light, and lifters need any 2 out of 3 white lights or better for a successful lift. Lifters have to keep their shoulders and butt in continuous contact with the bench pad, and their feet need to be flat on the floor. Once they unrack the bar and are motionless with locked elbows, they'll receive the start command to begin the bench press. They'll lower the bar down to their chest. As soon as the bar is motionless on their chest, they'll receive a press command, where they can fire the bar back up toward lockout. Once their elbows are locked and they're demonstrating control of the bar, they get one last command, a rack command, and the lift is done. The bench press is highly technical, and there are more reasons for a missed lift. A red card is given if the athlete never gets the bar down to their chest. Blue card is given if there is downward movement in the hole of the bar while they're trying to press the bar, or if they have bent elbows at the start or finish of the lift. The yellow card is given for heaving or sinking the bar after the press command, accidentally starting before the start command, pressing before the press command, or racking before the rack command. Yellow cards are also given if your butt comes off the bench, your feet come off the floor, or if you use your feet to anchor against the bench or bench supports. These are the rules of the bench press.
All right, and we are back just in time for the first attempt in the bench press today in our second session here today at the Denver Barbell Club. Dylan Torres up now with his first attempt at 62.5 kilos. Down, up, and rack it. Good first lift for Dylan Torres. Still waiting on the score from the judges.
I assume it was a good lift.
But I would assume as well that was a good lift. And it was, yeah. Okay, had a little technical glitch there, but yes, a good lift for Dylan. William Degenhardt's first bench press attempt will be an attempt at 90 kilos. He is a cadet at the U.S. Air Force Academy. He's also on the U.S. Air Force Academy lifting team. He is an Eagle Scout. He loves working on cars, hunting and fishing, and playing video games.
All right. We're all good. Barbell is for William Degenhardt. Maddox, you're okay.
All right. Will Degenhardt's first attempt at 90 kilos. Competing in that men's raw teen division, 18 and 19-year-olds. Press. See what the judges have to say about that little movement on the chest. We'll see what they say.
Now it's left referee.
Yep, just a little bit movement. That's going to disqualify that lift. Maddox Stewart is our next competitor. Started powerlifting back in November of last year. looking for possibly a state record, he says, in his division. His current best bench press is 165 pounds. He's at 90 kilos right here. This would be a PR for him. Start command is given. Press command given. Might have jumped the gun on that one. We'll see. Looked awful close, but they're going to give it to him, and that's a PR for Maddox. Nice job. All right, we move on to our next competitor, Blade. His first attempt will be at 95 kilos, competing in the men's raw teen division, 18 and 19-year-olds. And racket. Nice first attempt from Blade. Little movement, maybe from one judge, but still a successful attempt. Modastus Avalon up now. Their first attempt will be an attempt at 95 kilos. Racks it. Good lift. Modastus. Chadwick Phipps is our next competitor. Going to be attempting 110 kilos. First attempt. Competing in the men's raw open division. All right, 110 kilos loaded for Chadwick. Down and up and racked it. Good lift. Little movement on one side, I think, from one of the judges, but that's going to work. Taylor DiTallo's first attempt in the bench today in the men's raw open will be an attempt at 112.5 kilos. Up. Rack command given. Good lift for Taylor. Nice job. First attempt in the bench for Alex. Alex competing in the men's raw junior division. There's the 20 to 23-year-old folks. First bench press attempt today will be at 130 kilos. I mentioned this earlier in the day. Today, one of my favorite parts about the bench press is watching folks and their setup, all the different setups that folks have to get in position. Good stuff. Down command given, press command has been given, and rack command given. Good lift for Alex. Yeshua Trehu is up next. Trejos, sorry.
Bar loaded for Yeshua.
He will also be attempting 130 kilos. Down. Press command given. Rack command given. Good lift for Joshua.
Good lift to
Little movement on one side. One judge saw some movement. But still a good lift. Caleb Watts, his first attempt. Another competitor in the men's raw teen division, 18 and 19-year-olds. Be attempting 137.5 kilos. Press command given. Oh, not quite there. Kind of started, but it looks like you might get it. We'll see what the judges have to say. Did kind of dip a little bit. Yep, they're not going to give it to him. But still, kudos to him for grinding it out. He will then have to attempt that weight or higher in his next attempt.
bar loaded.
Bar is loaded for Dylan now. His second attempt. Successful opener at 62.5 kilos. Now will be attempting 75 kilos. Down command given, press command given, and racket. Good lift right there for Dylan Torres. 75 kilos. William Degenhart is our next competitor. His second attempt did fail on his first attempt at 90 kilos. Will be attempting that weight again. His best bench press is 205 pounds, so he's in the neighborhood right there. He played rugby in high school and was a good rifle marksman in high school as well. Oh, bouncing on that chest. This one I don't think is going to count, even if he does lock it out. We'll see what the judges have to say. He racked it. Yep, just what I saw right there. Bar has to come to a stop there. Stay on the chest. Odassis Avila is our next competitor. He will be attempting 100 kilos. Successful at 95 kilos in his opener. Press and racket. Little movement on the chest. Also jumping the gun a little bit on the commands.
Bar loaded for Blade.
Bar is loaded for Blade now. He is our next competitor. Was successful at 95 kilos. He will be attempting 102.5 kilos. Talking to the spotter now, getting some last minute kind of conversation. Second attempt here. Start command given. Press command given. He's going to fight through this one. Not going to get it, though. As the bar is racked. Nice job by our spotters. Moving on to Maddox Stewart's second attempt. He will also be attempting 102.5 kilos. He was successful at 90 kilos to start the meet off. All right. Down command given. Press command given. Not going to get it. Failed second attempt there for Maddox Stewart. Taylor DiTalo's second attempt upcoming. He had a good opener at 112.5. He's going to be bumping it out just a little bit to 115 kilos. Down, press, and racket. Good lift for Taylor. Chadwick Phipps, his second attempt today. He's had a good meet so far, looked real good in the squat. First attempt at 110 kilos was successful. He'll be moving this up now to 117.5 kilos. Getting a little conversation there with the spotters. All right. Just got a lift off here. Down command given. Press command given. Good lift right there. And racket. Nice job. Two white lights there. Still good lift for Chadwick. Moving on now to our next competitor, Alex Long. Bar is loaded. He was successful with his opener at 130 kilos. Will now be attempting 135 kilos. All right. Start command given. Press command has been given. And racket, good lift for Alex. Nice job. Caleb Watts is our next competitor, competing in the men's raw teen division, 18 and 19-year-olds. Was unsuccessful with his first attempt at 137.5, so he will try that weight again now. And the bar is up. All right, bar is loaded for Joshua. He was successful with his opener at 130 kilos. Will now be attempting 137 kilos, 137.5.
All right, back in top height order with Dylan. Oh, we moved his feet. So Dylan.
All right, Dylan is up for his third attempt.
Loaded.
I didn't notice that. I just said, that's all that's easy since I got per guy said. This is like
Third attempt here at 85 kilos for Dylan. Press command has been given. Struggling a little bit, but it looks like he's got it. We'll see what the judges say if there was any dip in that. Just waiting on the score for Dylan. Is it going to be a successful lift? One red light. But two positive. All right, William has struggled here today in the bench press. Struggled with 90 kilos, failed on his first two attempts. Going to be giving it a shot here for his third and final bench press attempt of the day. Down. Oh, bounced off the chest. I don't think this one's going to count, even though he got it. He did lift that weight, did have a bounce on the chest, and you can't do that. Odassis Avila is our next competitor. He was successful at his opening attempt at 95 kilos. Did fail at 100 kilos in his last attempt, so he will be attempting 100 kilos now for his final bench press attempt of the day. The bar is loaded. Quick shout out to the Denver Barbell Club. Folks here have been just tremendous today. It's been a great facility and a great staff here as well. They've been very, very helpful. It's been great being here today. So thank you to them for this meet. Down. Press command given. Struggling with it. Looks like he might have it. He's almost there. Keep going. Keep fighting. Not quite. Had to take it from him. No lift for Odassis. Just about there, though. Again, another lift that maybe next week, if he were to attempt it, he will get it. It's frustrating, for sure. Bar is loaded for Blade. Now, Blade was successful in his opener at 95 kilos. Successful on his last attempt at 102.5. He will be attempting that weight again right here, 102.5. He's down. Up command given. Struggling with this one. Not going to get there today. All right, moving on to Maddox Stewart. Maddox, if he were to get this, he has already had a PR, but he will extend his PR with the lift of 102.5 kilos. He did miss this on the last attempt. Down. Not going to get it today. Not there. Shaking his head, letting the spotters come get it from him. Wise move. Some days you just don't have it, you know. Final attempt for Taylor DiTalo. Taylor was successful at 112.5, also successful at 115. Going to be attempting 117.5. Down. Press. Going to fight through this one. Start seeing the bar moving forward a little bit towards the head. That's usually not a good sign. Not quite there today for Taylor. Chadwick's third and final attempt in the bench press today. He looked good at his opener at 110. Also looked good in his last attempt at 117.5. Bar is loaded at 122.5 for his final attempt of the day. In the bench press, anyway. All right. Start command given. Press command given. Might have jumped the gun on this one a little bit. I don't think that's going to matter. I don't think he's going to get this one here. Missed at 122.5. Third and final attempt now for Caleb Watts. Unsuccessful at his first attempt at 137.5, but did get it on his last attempt. Now moving up to 140 kilos. He's competing in the men's raw teen division, 18 and 19-year-olds. Weighed in today at 75 kilos. So this is almost double his body weight. All right, start command given. Didn't hear the press command, and they're going to take it from him. No lift for Caleb. Final two competitors in the first flight, and we're going to be moving on to the second flight in the bench press. Alex was successful at 130, also successful at 135. Hopes to be successful here with 140 kilos on the bar for his final bench press attempt of the day. Press command given. He's fighting it. He's fighting it. I don't think he's going to get it. No, nope. And they're going to take it from him. So Alex will end at 135.
The entire flight is resting on you to end on a good one.
Joshua Trejo's final attempt here. He was successful at his opener at 130 kilos, unsuccessful with his last attempt at 137.5. Going to bump that up to 140 kilos here for his final attempt in the bench press today. Start command given. Press command has been given. Struggling with this one. Not going to get it. Spotters take it from him.
All right, Dylan, you win a special award.
All right. And that is the end of the first flight in the bench press. Going to be moving on now to the second group of competitors. We're going to look at some of the, we're going to look at the flight E and F as we are kind of combining some of that. We've got some no-shows here today and also some injuries and things like that. So it's not quite accurate, but you're going to see some of the competitors listed right there in flight E and F. All right, the bar is loaded for our first competitor in the bench press in this flight, which is Marcus Gator. He'll be attempting 105 kilos. His best lift right now is deadlift with the current PR of 500. So we're looking forward to seeing him here in a few minutes in the deadlift. But right now, first attempt at the bench, 105 kilos. Good lift for him. Good lift for Marcus. Jason Yee's first attempt in the bench press. tell I've been broadcasting all day, folks. My mouth's getting a little dry. You know, mispronouncing words more than usual. Bars loaded for Jason. His opening attempt will be at 117.5. All right, start command has been given. Press command given. And racket. Looked like a good lift for Jason. Nice job. He's got it. Michael Gray in his first attempt in the bench press today. It's his third competition. He's been training for powerlifting, though, for the last 4 years, training in powerlifting. His top bench is 286 pounds. He's at 125 kilos right here. So he is in that neighborhood. Could possibly be looking for a PR for Michael Gray here coming up. He's ran 3 marathons before he made his transition to competing in powerlifting. That's cool. So the first time he ever flew on a plane, he jumped out of it. It's exciting. Start command, up command, and racket. Good lift right there from Michael Gray. Joshua Hunt is our next competitor. Joshua's first attempt will be at 130 kilos. Press command given. And racket. See what the judges have to say about that. Good lift for Josh. Nice job. Moving on now to the first attempt for Scott Curry. Scott's best bench press is 147 kilos. He's starting off his event here today at 135. He is a professor in horticulture and landscaping architect department in the landscaping architect department at Colorado State University. It's pretty cool. He trains in his garage in Fort Collins. Like I said, his best bench is 147 kilos. He's starting off today at 135 here. So we could see a PR in his horizon, the horizon for him, possibly. Press and racket. Made that look pretty easy. I didn't see any movement either. So it looks like a good lift for Scott Curry. Nice job. Joe Robbins is our next competitor. Joe Robbins' first attempt will be at 135 kilos. He trains at One Boulder Fitness. He wants to thank the lifters and staff that are watching and his family who are watching in the UK. He's self-coached and he trains at One Boulder Fitness. Previous music teacher. Brewed a lot of beer before he moved to Colorado. Press command given, rack command given. All right, good lift for Joe Robbins. A little bit of movement, I think, on one side, but still successful attempt for Joe. Stuart Schauer's first attempt in the bench press today will be at 142 pounds. That's a good opener for him. Stuart looked good in the squats. Down, press, and racket. Good first attempt for Stewart. successful at 142.5. Also now with a weight of 142.5 kilos is Christian Templo. His first attempt. Bar is loaded for Christian.
He's like, yeah, let's go. And afterwards, he told me, I remember I woke up and I was like, he's not the biggest. I do wake up like
Down, press command given, and racket. Nice job. Ryan Volkert in his first attempt will be at 42.5 kilos, 142.5 kilos. Down command given, press command given, and racket. Ryan, good lift for Ryan Volkert. 142.5 kilos. Moving on to our next competitor, Nate De La Cruz. His first attempt today will be at 150 kilos. Nate's had a pretty solid day as well. His top bench press is 152.5 kilos. He's at 150 right here, so a successful attempt here just puts him right in the hunt for a new PR. Trains right here at the Denver Barbell Club. Previous experience in Olympic weightlifting before switching to powerlifting. Down command given, press command given. Easy lift right there, in my opinion. Looked real good. He's at 150 kilos. Looks like that PR is going to fall here maybe on his next attempt. All right. Chris Rothenberry in his first attempt. He'll be attempting 152.5 for his opener. Chris had some good squats earlier on in the day. See if he can continue with his success in the bench press. 152.5 kilos. Good lift for Chris. I thought it was good. Not going to give it to him. 2 red lights. Maybe a little movement that I didn't see, perhaps. All right, first attempt for Ethan Corley. And I believe we're going to head back to the top of the order after Ethan. I might be wrong about that. We might have one more attempt before. But we are at 155 kilos for Ethan's opener today. He's competing in the men's Raw Open. 155 kilo attempt here. All right. Bar is unracked. Start command given. Press command given. Good lift. I didn't see any movement from our vantage point here. Good lift for Ethan. Great way to start off the bench press. D'Artagnan is up. And I believe we are at the top of the order after D'Artagnan. He will be attempting 185 kilos for his first attempt of the day. His best bench is 415. So he could get into that neighborhood here real soon. He knows an unfortunate amount of psychology, he says. He's happy to talk about painting or Dungeons and Dragons with anyone. Looks like you can talk about bench pressing too. Not quite going to get this one, I don't think. 185 kilos. for his first attempt. Not quite there today. Not yet, anyway. Back at the top of the order now, second attempts in the bench press. First attempt here at 120 kilos for Marcus Gator. I shouldn't say it like that. It makes it sound like he's not going to get it, but we're going to root for him here for this one. 120 kilos loaded for Marcus Gator in his second attempt here today. He works as a full-time sales manager for a private social club. He's been using a fitness tracker to prepare for this competition. Said he's here to learn in his first competition. And racket. Good lift for Marcus. Nice job. Moving on to the second attempt in the bench press for Jason Yee. Jason's successful opener at 117.5 will now be attempting 125. Jason's fan club here to my left with their signs. It's fun to watch them. They're supporting their friend. Down. Press command given. He's going to struggle, but he's going to get this one and rack it, Jason. Nice job. Good lift. Looked all good from here. Nice job. Michael Gray is up now. His second bench press attempt today. He was successful at 125 kilos. Will now be attempting 130 kilos. He trains at the Gym Colorado in Denver, Colorado. Good gym there as well. Good lift for Michael. Successful lift at 130 kilos. Joshua Hunt was successful at 130 for his opener, and he is now going to bump that up 5 kilos to 135 kilos for his second attempt of the day. All right. Press command given and racket. Nice job. Good lift for Joshua Hunt. Scott Curry's second attempt is upcoming. He was successful with his opener at 135. He will now be attempting 142.5 kilos. His best bench press is 147.5. So he's knocking on the door right now. Successful lift here. Looks like he could probably break or at least tie, depending on how he does here. Self-trained in his garage in Fort Collins. This is his first time competing. He says he wished he would have started earlier. He's going to struggle through this one, but I think they're going to give it to him. I didn't see any dip here. Good lift, I think, for Scott. We'll see what the judges have to say. No, they're not going to give it to him. I think there was a little movement that we didn't see. That's all right. So we're going to see where he ends up in just a bit with his third and final attempt. Joe Robbins in now with his second attempt. He is a powerlifting and strength coach at One Boulder Fitness in Boulder, Colorado. That's where he trains as well. Said he wants to compete here to prove that people with autoimmune diseases can still lift heavy and crush PRs. He's been doing that today so far, lifting real heavy, looking good. His attempt now at 145 kilos. Press and racket.
All right, in USAPL, you're lifting off when your feet have to stay flat and your knees have to stay down. It's 150 for Stuart Shaw. Loaded.
All right, Stewart's second attempt here at 150 kilos was successful with his opener at 142.5. Successful here.
Loaded.
All right, Christian Templer now with his second attempt. He will be attempting 150 kilos here. And he presses it out. Racket looked like a good lift to me. And it is. 3 white lights for Christian.
152.5.
All right. Ryan Volkert's second attempt here. He will be attempting 152.5 kilos. Had a successful opener at 142.5. Down, up, racket. Good progress there. Good bar speed. Good lift for him. Nice job. Second attempt now for Nathan De La Cruz. Successful at 150. Now going to be attempting 155. His best bench is 152.5, so this would be a PR for him. I know the home gym crowd would definitely appreciate that, as this is Nathan's home gym. All right, the bar is unracked. Start command given. Press command given. He got that easy. Racket. Unless there's something I didn't see. That's a new PR for Nathan. Congratulations to him. He'll be signing the wall. Chris Rothenberry's second attempt will also be at 155 kilos. Unsuccessful in his opener at 152.5. Going to forgo that weight and just bump it up to 155. Press command is given. He's got it. And racket. 3 white lights for Chris. Nice job. Moving on now for Ethan Corley. He was successful with his opener at 155. He will now be attempting 165. All right, the bar is loaded. Getting his foot placement all set. Bar is unracked now. Start command has been given. Press command given. Not going to get it today. Not quite there. Just about had it. Almost able to break through, but not quite there. All right. D'Artagnan's second attempt here. He failed at his opener at 185 kilos. Will now be attempting that weight again. It's a lot of weight here, folks. Start command given. Press command given. Is he going to get it? Is he going to get it? Nope. Failing with that one again today. So not there for D'Artagnan on his second attempt at that weight. And we are back to the top of the order. Third and final bench press attempt for Jason Yee. Jason was successful at 117.5, also successful at 125. Third and final bench press attempt for Jason will be at 130 kilos. Start commands given. Press command given. Struggling here, Jason. Not quite going to get that one. Spotters take it for him. Good job by them. Failed third attempt for Jason. Moving on to our next competitor, Michael Gray. Mike was successful in his first two attempts, one at 125 and one at 130.
Should be Mike Gray, then Marcus.
I had a little miscommunication there. Marcus was all set. But, he was coming up next. Mike Gray was successful at 125. Like I said, also successful at 130. Will be attempting his third and final bench press here at 135 kilos. Press command given. He's going to grind this one out. I didn't see any movement, but I don't have the vantage point that some of the judges do. But good lift for Michael. 3 white lights for him. All right, as we move on to our third and final attempt for Marcus Gator. Marcus was successful at 105 for his opener. Then was successful in his second attempt with a bump of 120. Going to be attempting 135 kilos here. Going to struggle with that one, not quite able to lock it out. Failed attempt there for Marcus. Josh Hunt is our next competitor competing in the Men's Raw Open. He was successful with an opener at 130, successful with his second attempt at 135. Now will be attempting 140 kilos. Third and final attempt. Start command has been given. Press command given. He's going to grind this one out. Good lift. Racket. Good lift for Joshua. 3 white lights for him. Moving on now to Scott Curry. Was successful with his first attempt at 135 kilos. Did fail at his second attempt at 142.5 will now be attempting that weight again. All right, the bar is unracked. Start command given. Press command given. Good lift from our vantage point. We'll see what the judges have to say. 3 white lights for Scott. Successful attempt at 142.5. Joe Robbins in a similar situation was successful with his opener at 135. Did not succeed on his second attempt, which is at 145 kilos. He will now be attempting that for his third and final bench press attempt of the day. Joe's had a good day all around so far. Start command has been given. And press command up and rack it. Nice job, Joe. Successful lift for Joe. Moving on now to our next men's Raw Open competitor, Christian Templo. Bar is loaded at 152 kilos. He was successful at 142 and at 150. Had a good squat session earlier today as well. Start command given, not quite there for Christian Templo. He will end his bench press at 150. Chris Rothenberry is next. He was unsuccessful in his opener at 152, but came back strong with a good lift at 155. And now we'll be attempting to increase that with a lift of 157.5. He's going to struggle with this one. Looks like he's going to get it. We'll see what the judges say. I didn't see a lot of movement. Good lift for Chris Rothenberry. All right. Just heard an announcement. The next 3 competitors will all be attempting the same weight. Stewart is up first. He was successful at 142.5, also successful at 150. He'll be attempting 160 kilos here for his final attempt at the bench press today. And he's down. Up, command given. He's going to struggle with this one. Shaked it off. Spotters right on board quickly to help him out. Again, same weight here for Nathan De La Cruz. He's already got a PR, looking to extend it here with this next lift. Quick shout out to the folks here at Denver Barbell Club. This is a great club. And I've said it earlier, kind of a no nonsense, no frills club. And I mean that in the absolute best way. Folks here have been great. This is a great facility. Start command given. Press command given. He's going to extend that PR if he can lock this out. I think he's got it. Nice job. Good lift for Nathan De La Cruz, extending his PR now to 160 kilos. All right. Moving on now to Ryan Volkert. And of course, he is also going to be attempting 160 kilos. His first attempt was successful at 42.5, also successful at 152.5. $160-kilo attempt here for Ryan Volkert. All right. Start command given. Press command has been given. He's going to struggle with this one. Not quite there today for Ryan. All right, moving up now for Ethan Corley. Ethan's had a good day today. Was successful with an opener at 155. Did fail on his last attempt at 165 kilos. Going to forego that weight and go up just a little bit higher at 167.5 for his final bench press of the day. He's getting his hand placement and foot placement ready to go. Gonna get a lift off from his spotters. Press command given. Gonna struggle with it, but he might get it. Not quite there. Not just about ready to turn the corner and lock it out. Could not quite get it today. All right. We are at our, I believe this is our last competitor in the bench press here today, D'Artagnan. D'Artagnan struggled a little bit on the bench press here today. Has struggled with 185 kilos, 2 failed attempts at that weight. He will be attempting that weight again right now. Fans firmly behind him. They want to see him get this lift. Good positive way to end the bench press. Down. Press command given. Oh, he is so close, and just not there. Just couldn't quite lock that weight out. But valiant effort there from D'Artagnan for sure. All right, and that is going to do it for the bench press portion of this second session here today. We're going to take about a quick 10-minute break for setup and get all the final weights in for our competitors as we come back with my favorite part of every powerlifting competition, and that is the deadlift. So stay right here. We're broadcasting live from the Denver Barbell Club for the Denver Barbell Classic. This is USA Powerlifting. I'm your host, Derek Stone. We'll be back in just about 10 minutes or so from right now. All right, good afternoon, and we are broadcasting live. I should say good evening by now. Broadcasting live from the Denver Barbell Club for USA Powerlifting in the Denver Barbell Club Classic. Getting ready for the final portion of the evening, which is the deadlift, my favorite part of every competition. All right, and we are going to be hitting the deadlift here in just a bit. But if you want to know some more information on the rules of the deadlift, let's go ahead and take a quick look at the video here before we get started. And we will come right back after this short video explaining sort of the do's and don'ts of deadlifting for USA Powerlifting and powerlifting around the world. We'll be back right after this.
The deadlift is a simple and pure feat of strength. Once the bar is loaded, lifters have 60 seconds to begin the lift. There are no start commands and you can begin whenever you like. The lifter has to stand up with the bar with their knees locked, hips at full extension, and their shoulders back. Once they do, they'll get a down command and can guide the bar back down to the floor. Easy peasy. There are two deadlift styles. In a conventional deadlift, lifters grip the bar outside of their legs, or they grip the bar in between their legs with a wider stance called a sumo deadlift. Each of 3 referees can give a red or a white light, and lifters need any 2 out of 3 white lights or better for a successful lift. There's a few reasons for a missed lift. It's a red card if they didn't stand all the way up with their shoulders back, or if they didn't lock their knees at the finish of the lift. It's a blue card if there is downward movement in the hold of the bar on their way up, or if they support the bar on their thighs to lever the bar up to lockout, sometimes called hitching or ramping. And it's a yellow card if they lower the bar before receiving the down command, or if they release or slam the bar to the floor, or if they lose balance and take a step by accident. Those are the rules of the deadlift.
All right, and we are back. Hope that video was helpful. Pretty much the deadlift, the simplest as far as technicalities and of the 3 lifts. Also my favorite though, and of course there's that old saying, the meet doesn't start until the weight hits the floor. I am a big believer in that as well. All right, we are just about ready to get started. Just heard the announcement over the PA system here that no more changes to lifts as we get ready for our first flight. Shout out to the crew here today, all the volunteers for USA Powerlifting. They have done a great job as always to really keep these events moving smoothly, not taking too much time between the lifts and all of those things. We are all set and ready to go. And thank you very much to all the folks who have helped us out here today. If you would like to volunteer for us and give us a hand for USA Powerlifting, you can go ahead and help us out by going to our website, usapowerlifting.com. All the information you need to know about USA Powerlifting is on our digital pages, either on our Facebook page or on our website at usapowerlifting.com. All right, getting ready for our first competitor, which is Joshua Trehu, who's had a good day so far. And the bar is loaded for him. We are just waiting on the judges, and I think we are just about ready to go. Had a great time out here all day today. Great folks with USA Powerlifting, of course, all the volunteers and the folks here at Denver Barbell Club as well. Great location. This is a great area, great location here, as well as just a great gym and a great staff. And we've had fun being here today. And I've said it a few times today, and I mean it in the best possible way. Kind of a no-nonsense, bare-bones lifting gym. And it's just been a fantastic environment for a powerlifting competition. All right, bar is loaded for Joshua Trejo as we are getting ready to start the final portion of our competition here today. Joshua's first attempt will be at 160 kilos. Up and down. Just like that. Great lift for Joshua.
Yes. So 165 for
Dylan Torres has had a pretty solid day himself. His competing in the men's raw teen division, 16 and 17-year-olds. He will be attempting 165 kilos to start. Up and down just like that. Solid lift. Great way to start off this final portion. Chadwick Phipps is up now. His opening deadlift attempt will be at 167.5 kilos. Just like that, 3 white lights for Chadwick. William Degenhardt is up now with his first attempt. He will be attempting 175 kilos. He's an Eagle Scout and a cadet at the U.S. Air Force Academy. Down, good lift for William. 175 kilos. Maddox Stewart, our next competitor. Maddox's top deadlift is 363 pounds. He is, he'll pass that right here with 182.5 kilos for his opener. He's had a good day today. Good lift right there. Like it was nothing. Great lift, good form, solid speed. Caleb Watts is our next competitor. Opening lift will be at 187.5. First attempt here in the deadlift for Caleb Watts at 187.5. Good lift, down, great lift. 3 white lights for Caleb. Taylor DiTallo's first attempt, his opener today in the deadlift will be at 197.5 kilos. Up and down just like that, 197.5 kilos. Blade is our next competitor. He's had a good day today so far as well. Going to be attempting 207.5 kilos for his first attempt. We are waiting for the down command. Didn't get it. See what the judges have to say. Not stable, I think, on the lift.
gotta look smooth up, no bouncing your riding on your guys.
Alex is up now. Alex has had a good day. His first attempt at the deadlift will be at 210 kilos.
They use baby powder on their thighs to help it come more smoothly up their thighs.
210 kilo attempt here for Alex in his first lift in the deadlift. Competing in the men's raw junior division, 20 to 23-year-olds. Good lift right there for Alex. Nice job. Odassis Avila is our next competitor. His first attempt in the deadlift today will be at 240 kilos. Shout out to the staff here and the volunteers for USA Powerlifting. Guys doing a great job really getting this meet moving along. You know, these are long events. They're all-day events. And sometimes, you know, in some places you can see them kind of drag on and just be kind of monotonous and take a long time. But we don't ever seem to see that here with USA Powerlifting. Great crew, great leadership. These folks really on the ball to make this the best experience it can be. Great lift right there from Odassis. All right, we are back to the top of the order here with Joshua Trejo, who was successful at 160 kilos, now bumping it up 15 kilos to 175. He's had a pretty solid day all the way around today. Up and down. Nice job. Good lift for Joshua. Perfect in the deadlift so far. Second attempt now for Dylan Rivera Torres. Was successful at 165, now attempting 175 kilos. That 165 went up very easy for him. This one gone up pretty easy as well. 175 kilos for Dylan. Great lift. Chadwick Phipps. Now he's had a good day. Today has looked good in every facet of the meet today so far. He was successful with his first deadlift attempt at 167.5 kilos. Now going to be attempting 180 kilos. Williams' second attempt is upcoming. He was successful with his opener at 175. He'll be attempting 185 kilos now. All right, William, good lift right there. He's got it. He's got to lock it out, waiting for that down command, and he's got another good lift, I believe. Nice job for William. Caleb Watts is in now for his second attempt. He opened and was successful with 187.5 kilos. Second attempt here will be at 195 kilos. Nice job, Caleb. Good lift. See what the judges have to say about that one. One judge thought it wasn't quite stable enough, but good lift for him. Maddox Stewart now with his second attempt. He'll be attempting 200 kilos. Good lift for him.
207 for Taylor.
Taylor DiTallo is our next lifter. He had a successful opener at 197.5 kilos. He'll be attempting 207.5 now. All right. Moving on now to Blade. Blade was unsuccessful with his first attempt at 207.5. Going to be bypassing that for his second attempt and attempting now 215 kilos. Bar is loaded for Blade. All right. Good lift. Waiting for that down command. He's got it. 215 kilos for Blade. One judge still not quite there, but two white lights for him. That's a good lift. Second attempt now for Alex. Alex had a successful start at 210 kilos. Now be attempting 222.5 kilos. Bar is loaded.
222.5 of Alex.
Nice job. Good lift. Up and down, just like that. Great lift for Alex. 222.5 kilos. Odassis Avila now with his second attempt. Successful first attempt at 240 kilos, now attempting 250 kilos. Don't forget, if you'd like to see our first session or see a replay of the second session here today, you can always find that. We do post that on our Facebook page, so go check that out later on in the night. I would say maybe, 8 or 9 o'clock or so. I haven't checked it now. Our first session may be up there already, but you can find that on our Facebook page at USA Powerlifting. Odassis Avila is on now, second attempt. 250 kilos up and down, just like that. Pretty straightforward with that lift right there. Cool, calm, and collected. One judge not quite convinced, but the other two good. All right, we are up for at the top of the order again now for the third and final attempt. In fact, final lift of the day for these folks. Dylan Torres is up now with his final attempt of the day at 180 kilos. All right, solid lift there for Dylan. 3 white lights, great way to end the day for him. Joshua Trejo up now. Final attempt of the day for him. He was successful at 160, also successful at 175. He will now be attempting 182.5. Another competitor in the men's raw team division. He's got it, waiting for that down command. He's stable now, looks good. See what the judges have to say. They're not going to give it to him. A little bit of movement.
So on that, he wasn't, from this angle, he wasn't, from this angle, he wasn't quite straight up. And before he got there, he kind of went down.
You hear over the PA, meet director Rachel saying that that from certain angles, or for angles that maybe you can't see, that he didn't look like he was straight up. So there you go. That happens. Sometimes that's why you have judges on either side and up front. Chadwick Phipps, up now. He has looked good all day today. His final attempt of the day will be at 190 kilos. That's a good solid lift right there. Locks it out. Solid and steady as a rock. 190 kilos, a great way to end the day for Chadwick. 190 kilos, same weight here for William Degenhart. He has been successful at 175, also successful at 185. Now with the final attempt of the day for him at 190 kilos. He's going to struggle with this one. He's going to get it. Just get it up. Keep going. Not quite there today. Almost. Just couldn't get the hips underneath him there. Caleb Watts' final attempt of the day will be at 200 kilos. He was successful at 187, successful at 195. Looks like he's going to be successful here at 200. See what the judges have to say. Good lift for Caleb. Maddox Stewart is our next competitor, competing in the men's raw teen division 18 and 19-year-old division. Successful deadlift at 182.5 to start off. And he was successful at 200 kilos. His final attempt of the day will be at 210 kilos. This would be a PR for him. In fact, he already got a PR on his last lift. This will just extend it even more. Looks like he's having fun today in his first meet. Not quite there. Came forward. I will see what the judges say about that one. Yeah, they're not going to give it. You see as he leaned forward, couldn't quite get it, and then all right, and we are desperately trying. Looks like we've got at least the score back up here. Jason E. and the bar is loaded for him. We are 195 kilos for Jason. Looks like for a while, folks, it's going to be like listening to an old radio broadcast. And Jason E's first attempt will be at 195 kilos. Successful, 3 white lights for him. 200 kilos now for Ryan Volkert. as we are just going to kind of soldier on here while we work on this video, and hopefully we get it before the end of the competition, which is coming up here very soon. I apologize for the issues. Ryan Volkert now is up with his first attempt in the deadlift at 200 kilos. But he got it. Good lift for Ryan. Judges say not quite there. Unsuccessful at 200 kilos. Ethan Cordell, now our next competitor. I do apologize for the issues with, looks like we may have it here. Just bear with us, folks, here as we are preparing for our live stream. Looks like we might have it back, and I do apologize. We just all of a sudden internet went out in the building here. Looks like the stream is preparing, and good lift right there for Ryan. So the stream is preparing. Scott Curry is our next competitor. He will be attempting 210 kilos, competing in the Men's Raw Open. Nice job for Scott. Good successful lift right there. Bar is loaded for Mike Gray. His first attempt will be at 210 kilos, or 212.5 kilos. Good lift. Joe Robbins is up next with our second attempt, his first attempt, 215 kilos. Again, folks, I apologize for the issues here. Joe Robbins is up. Good lift for Joe. First attempt now for Chris Rothenberry. Bars loaded for Chris at 230 kilos. Again, folks, we do have no internet connection here, at least to our camera and to the rest of our digital sites. Chris Rothenberry, first attempt at 232.5 kilos. He got it. Christian Templo Attempting 232.5 kilos, and he got it, folks. Good lift for Christian. Stuart Schaller is up now with his first attempt at 237.5 kilos. While we're working on it now, I'm just gonna keep the audio here as we make our way through this. I do apologize, folks. I don't know what happened to our internet connection to the cameras. No signal here, but we do have our intralink here, so I can at least watch the competitors myself and see the scores table judges. Attempt for Josh Hunt now at 250 kilos. Bar is loaded for Josh. I've got audio, but I don't have any video.
Not yet, huh?
No, not yet. I can still get this, but I can't.
Okay. Keep announcing it.
All right, folks, we are, someone did unplug our internet somewhere. We're trying to track that down here, but we do have our audio. At least Nathan De La Cruz now with his first attempt in the deadlift at 250 kilos. And folks, he made it look easy right there, up and down, just like that.
It says that there's no signal to the Elgato.
All right, we are desperately trying to working here. Looks like we may have found a solution here, hopefully, folks. And do appreciate your patience here. D'Artagnan is up now with his second attempt. He will be attempting 200 kilos. Bar is loaded for him. All right, it looks like we got it. Okay, we are back. Backup recordings regularly. Okay, we do still have some video here. Up and down just like that for D'Artagnan. Excellent job. All right, thank you for your patience, folks. Sorry about that. We are back. And second attempt now for Jason Yee. Jason's fan club still very much here and supporting him. Bar is loaded at 205 kilos for Jason. He's up, down, good lift for Jason. Kind of had to zoom out a bit so that we can still get the video and audio, but looks like we're all set. Again, I do appreciate your patience. And for those folks that missed a couple of the lifters in their first attempt in the deadlift, you can catch it later on tonight. We will be able to have that, I believe, on our Facebook page as well. I don't think the video will be cut out with that. So check it out later on today. Ryan Volkert with his second attempt here. 210 kilos up and down just like that. Looked like a pretty solid lift to me from here, and it's going to be 3 white lights for Ryan. Nice job. Good lift for him. As we move on now to Ethan Cordell. Ethan Corley. Sorry, folks. I have been butchering names all day, and I do apologize for that. We're the second attempt here for Ethan. He was successful at 205, now attempting 215 kilos. Special thanks to all the volunteers here for USA Powerlifting. If you are interested in volunteering or competing or just want to know when we are having our next meet, you can find that on our digital pages, either on our Facebook page or on our website at usapowerlifting.com. Good lift so far here from Ethan. Down command given. Second attempt, good lift for Ethan Corley. Marcus Gator up now with his second attempt. He was successful in his opener at 190. He will be attempting 220 kilos now. Marcus has had a good day. Second attempt here, 220 kilos, 3 white lights for Marcus. Great job. Scott Curry's second attempt is upcoming. He's had a good solid day in every facet of the competition so far today. He was good with his first attempt in the deadlift at 210 kilos. He will now be attempting 222.5 kilos. This is a big lift here. He's got it. Down command. Nope, not quite going to get it. Couldn't quite get stable. Couldn't quite get it locked out, and then lost his grip on the second attempt. So he will have to attempt that weight again or go a little bit higher for his final attempt of the day. Michael Gray now, his second attempt. Had a successful opener at 212 kilos. Second attempt today will be at 225 kilos. He's going up just like that. Blocked it out. Down command given. Good lift for Michael. Nice job. Second attempt now for Joe Robbins, competing in the men's Raw Open. Successful at 215. He will now be attempting 227.5 kilos. Good pull right there. Down command given. Nice lift for Joe Robbins. Chris Rothenberry is our next competitor. He will be attempting 237.5 kilos. Was successful in his opener at 230 kilos. Chris has had a good day today. Lifted some big weights in all aspects of this competition. Second attempt here will be attempting 237.5 kilos. Drops his hips. Good pull. No, couldn't quite get it. Little twinge in the back and just didn't have enough to get it past the knees today. Kristen Templo is now our next competitor, competing in the men's Raw Open. Very competitive men's Raw Open here today. Successful first attempt at 232.5 kilos. Moving up now to 240 kilos for his second attempt. Chris has had a really solid day. Christian has looked good, like I said, in every aspect of this competition today. That's a good pull right there. Pull, lock it out, down command given. And another good lift for Christian Templo. Stuart Schaller is our next competitor. Stuart, again, another guy, sound like a broken record, but everybody pretty much has had pretty solid days today. We've seen some pretty solid competitors all throughout this competition, earlier session included. Men's Raw Open competitor Stuart Schaller, his first opening deadlift was at 237.5 kilos, bumping it all the way up to 252.5. And he made it look easy. That is a very solid lift for Stuart. All right, second attempt now for Nathan De La Cruz. I'm just going to call him a hometown favorite because he works out in this very gym. Got a lot of local support. And he should. He's had some great lifts today. Opened the deadlift with 255 kilos, was successful there. Now moving up to 267.5 kilos. Drops his hips. Good pull right there. He's got it. Nice lift right there for Nathan De La Cruz, 267.5 kilos. Joshua Hunt is our next athlete. He is over 600 pounds with this attempt here. His first attempt was at 250 kilos. He's bumping it all the way up to 272.5 kilos. All right, he's got his feet set, hands ready. Good pull to start off with. This made it look real easy. Is he completely locked out? I think he was. Down command given, 3 white lights for Joshua. Great lift. And we are back to the top of the order for the third and final lifts. And the final lifts of this competition, D'Artagnan is up now with his third and final attempt. He was successful at 195, successful at 200 kilos, and will now be attempting 205 kilos.
Total lifters during the rules briefing that we be done by 7:30, and we have 12 minutes left. I think we're gonna do it. About 11.
And back down. Great lift for D'Artagnan, 205 kilos for his final lift of the day. Next competitor, final lift for Jason Yee. Jason's had a solid support crew here all day today. He was successful at 195, also successful at 205 kilos. His third and final attempt at the day is 215 kilos. That's a good solid lift right there for Jason Yee. Ryan Volkert's final attempt of the day will be at 220 kilos. He was unsuccessful at 200 at his opener, but came back strong with a lift of 210 kilos. Now going to be attempting 220 kilos for his final lift of the day. He's had a good day all around, has looked good. Good wide sumo stance here. Good pull. He's got it. Nice slow and controlled lift. Settled. Down command given. Let's see what the judges say. Yep, not quite stable enough. So he will not get credit for that lift. Scott Curry's final attempt of the day will be at a weight that he just missed earlier, 222.5 kilos. All right, good solid lift from this vantage point. See what the judges have to say. 2 white lights, so that is going to work for him. Good lift. Ethan Corley's final attempt of the day will be at 227.5 kilos. Crowd is really hyped. They're looking to see some big lifts, and they're getting it. Ethan successful at 205 kilos, also successful at 215. His final attempt of the day will be at 227.5 kilos. Bar is loaded. Ethan making his way. Got his feet set. He's going to drop his hips and pull, and he does. Final attempt of the day. Down command given. Good lift for Ethan Corley. 3 white lights. Great way to end this competition. Michael Gray is up now with his final attempt of the day as well. His best deadlift is 490 pounds, and he is well over that. So we're looking at a PR here for Mike Gray. If he gets this one. He is an 8th grade math teacher, by the way. Good pull right there for Mike. Up and down just like that. Down command given. 3 white lights. Great way to end the day for Mike. Joe Robbins is our next competitor. Joe competing in that men's Raw Open. He's had a good day today. Some big lifts in the bench and the squat. Successful at 215. He was successful at 227.5. His final attempt today will be at 237.5 kilos. The bar is loaded. He's up. Good pull right there. Looked easy. Back down. I think Joe's got plenty more in the tank for his next competition. Great lift right there for him. Marcus Gator, final attempt. Marcus, another guy who's had just a solid and consistent day all day today. 190 kilos his first attempt, 220 kilos second attempt. Final attempt here today at 237.5. Good lift for Marcus. 3 white lights and a great way to end this competition. Coming down to our final lifts of our second session here today. Don't forget the replay later on our Facebook page tonight. You can check it out. Also, if you need to know anything going on in the world of USA Powerlifting, you can find it on our digital pages at usapowerlifting.com. Bar is loaded for Kristen Templo. Successful at 232.5, also successful at 240, ending the day with an attempt at 245 kilos here. Good pull, couldn't quite get it, just about past the knee, just up to the knees, could not quite get that attempt though. Stuart Schaller is up. His final attempt of the day, we will be attempting 265 kilos. We are heading into the home stretch here with our final 3 lifters of the day. Stewart was successful at 237.5, also successful at 252.5. Final attempt here today will be at 265 kilos. That's a good pull right there for Stewart. Down command given, he's got it. Well, let's see what the judges have to say. 2 white lights, successful lift for Stewart. Big lift, big weights right there. We are now over 600 pounds with Nathan De La Cruz. Successful at 255, also successful at 267.5. His final attempt of the day will be at 275 kilos. Tell you folks, it's getting loud in here. Folks are excited to see some of these big lifts. Big lifts. Anytime you get over, 600 pounds, folks tend to get excited. So do I. Big lift here for Nathan De La Cruz. Good pull right there. He's got it. Just keep going, keep going. Nice job. All right, and the home gym crowd certainly happy for Nathan. Big lift right there at 275 kilos. Josh Hunt's final attempt today will be at 280 kilos. Joshua was successful at 250 kilos in the deadlift. Also successful at 272.5 pounds. Big lift, final lifter of the day. 280 kilos here. Looking for a big lift to end on. I think he's got it in him. Last lift was real solid. Good pull right there. Got to get it past the knees. He's got it. Not quite. Could not quite get that 280 kilos. Very solid meet, and we do thank you all for being a part of the Denver Barbell Club Classic for USA Powerlifting. Again, don't forget to catch the replay later on tonight on our Facebook page. You can see session 1 and session 2. We had a great time out here, and I want to send a special thank you to all of our volunteers. If you'd like to be a part of USA Powerlifting, you can find it on our digital pages at usapowerlifting.com. Also, a quick shout out to the folks here at Denver Barbell Club. This is a great gym, great facility, great staff as well. Thank you so much to everybody who was helping us out here today as we hear final parting words from meet director Rachel Woods. Rachel Wood, I'm so sorry. I have been screwing up names all day. It's probably time for me to, take a nap. I have been your host, Derek Stone. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Don't forget to check our website for our next competition coming up here in, very soon. Check the website as well. I'm going to be signing off here now. Thank you so much for joining me. I've been your host, Derek Stone. Thank you for joining USA Powerlifting from the Denver Barbell Club and USA Powerlifting. Have a great night.